Get that style check, put it in pockets till I get back.
What's up, guys? JohnOrigins here. Today, got a Pokemon X and Pokemon Y Wi-Fi battle. And it's against Brian, aka b2j135. Go check him out, his link will be in the description. I know he uploads stuff. I think he's got a lot of subs as well. I don't know, from 3 or 4k. I haven't looked in a while. But we're here, we're in a battle. And Mystical's linked in the description as well. I hope you guys noticed that. I also hope you guys clicked on it and then hit the subscribe button, because he's a recorder now. He has a 3D capture card, whatever it is, 3DS capture card, and now he's been awesome by letting his friends sponge off him so he can record all our battles. He's going to be a busy bee at Micah's. Oh yeah, but pretty awesome, so please go check him out. This is an OU game taken in February. It's a really old game. This is at a time where I was trying out the new pokebank stuff, and using all the cool new stuff such as Archeops and Slowbro. Well, Slowbro isn't new, but I ain't gonna breed a Slowbro. But getting into the game off. Oh yeah, that's right, that didn't make sense. I lead off with my choice bonded Archeops, and he leads off with the Cardio. I cannot stay in, don't want to take an Icy Wind, Surf, Hydro Pump. I don't want to take anything. I'm defeatist, of course, so if I get anything below half, I'm a useless boy. But I'm going to switch it on to my Slowbro, and I think he predicts something or other. He might have predicted Heatran or Hydreigon, so goes into his Mammoth Swine. I don't understand the play myself, but I'm just going to go for the Scald, and I get a burn, which is kind of fortunate, but he does get up his rocks. The burn didn't really matter because I have a Slowbro and I wall him. And then I'm going to go for the Ice Beam, and I get the freeze. Yes, 10% chance, of course. But I don't think the freeze really matters as well. There's a lot of hacks in the beginning of this game, I do have to say that. But it does stop after this turn. As you can see, he's going to fall out, obviously, because he has to Scald. And he's gonna pay me back a bit. He's going to get a crit on my Hydreigon, like whatever. And then he burns me. It's like, whoa, calm down, fella. So that Lantern almost did half to my Hydreigon. And it did half to my Hydreigon, okay? That is not fair. But I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse. Do not get the flinch, unfortunately. Oh, it would have finished off the like horror of the start of the game with all the hacks that's going on. But here he is going to switch out into his Cardio on a predicted Dark Pulse to get a Justified boost, obviously. No, because he resists the hit. But I'm just going to drop a Draco, because I figured a Draco Meteor might be able to kill the Lantern from the range of HP it's at. So he made a very, very risky play that didn't work out for him, and I do a lot of damage to that Cardio. He does live, but whatever. But I do want to keep my Hydreigon around, so I'm going to switch out, because Hydreigon Life Orb is going to hit hard. It's going to hit something real hard, and as long as Lucario doesn't Mega Evolve, because this is before the Lucario ban, I can hit him with a Fire Blast and kill him, so it's not a big deal. And his Skarmory, that could be a problem as well, but I do have a Raikou for that. Cardio did something, but I have a Slowbro, so it doesn't really matter. I'm under the assumption that it's Choice Scarf or Choice Specs. I'm not sure which one yet, because I haven't had to face my Raikou with him. And you'll go for the Scald here as he switches out into his Galvantula. I do have a Heart to it, which is fantastic, but I do not want to stay in or to take a Thunder, so I'm going to switch out into my Donphan, primarily to get rid of the rocks, because the rocks are horrible. And if he wanted to set up the Sticky Web there, I could have Rapid Spin it either way. He doesn't have a Spinner, so I'm free to do this whenever I please. He ends up bringing in No Stall for You, the Skarmory, who I can't really do much to, but getting the Rapid Spin was way more important, because I do have the Archeops, and if I get down to defeatist range, like I said earlier, I do not like that, and I would not be doing any damage to his team. And Archeops can definitely be very helpful against his Lantern, and yeah, that's really about it, really, but it's still a Lantern. A Lantern's bulky, so that's a thing. Here I switch out into my Heatran, but he whirlwinds me out into my Hydreigon. And I did not like that, because I really wanted to get off some really good damage with my Hydreigon later on in the game, because a Life Orb hit is still going to do a lot of damage, like I said. As I bring in my Heatran, and then Galvantula is like in before rocks, but it doesn't actually matter that he's in before rocks, because I can just Lava Plume it, and what the hell can a Galvantula do to me? He doesn't have Hidden Power Ground. What is he thinking? So I'm just going to kill him off with the Lava Plume. I take it really well. I think he went for the Bug Buzz over the Thunder, just in case I go into my Donphan to eat it up, but I have a Heatran, what's the point? But here he has a free switch in the Cardio. I'm like, your Choice Scarf or Choice Specs, that's my assumption. I'm going to go for the Protect to scout what you're going to lock yourself into. Like if you went for HP Ghost or Bug, expecting my switch out in a Slowbro would have stayed in. So That was the thought process there. So I'm going to get my slow bro now on the hydro pump, and it doesn't do too much to me. So I'm just going to finish you off with the skull, no big deal. You can't really switch out because you'll die to hazards. The only thing that can have defog on your team is Skarmory, and you have no rabbit spinner. But then he shows me the hidden power ghost or bug, either way, and he does a lot of damage to me, which, oh my god, he played off like the scarf really well. I suppose he wanted to get off some prior damage on my Slowbro before revealing the hidden power and the fact that he isn't choice scarf or specs, because as you can see, he wouldn't have killed, and he probably knew that. But hidden Skarmory comes in, he actually goes for the defog, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Defog Skarmory is becoming a bit more popular. It is quite a good defogger because it doesn't take 25% from entry hazards when it comes into rocks like a Mandibuzz would. But then again, Mandibuzz has pretty good natural bulk and has the stab knockoff. Here I go for the skull. He brings in the lantern. Turns out he's Volt Absorb, so that's really good information for me, purely because I have that Raikou, and I don't want to be Volt switching willy-nilly when he has this thing around. But I do have Archeops, so I can hopefully Earthquake in a bit. Here I'm just going to sacrifice my Slowbro. I'm like, you know what, Slowbro, you've done your job. Mamoswine is not a threat. You took out a cardio basically, and you've got a Lantern, a Galvantula who can hit me really hard. I know he has the Lucario, but I have a Donphan who can deal with it pretty well if he's the physical set. So here I'm going to bring in a Lucario. Not Lucario, Raikou. I'm like, or a Spherical from this range. It's a Raikou for God's sakes. But that is a Lantern, people. Lantern is really bulky, and that was so disappointing. And now I've got unnecessary damage on my Raikou when I could have quite simply just gone out into my Archeops and be like, yo, Earthquake. But then again, it does warrant him to switch into Skarmory. But here he makes an odd play. He goes into his Lucario. I'm like, did you just see me go for Aura Sphere? did you not? I am Choice Scarf. I'm going to outspeed him even if he does Mega Evolve. And I do a hell of a lot of damage to him. But we're trading Kamehamehas right now. And I lose, unfortunately, because mine's not stab. But, you know, my Raikou did do a lot of work and some really good damage to that Lucario. But now I'm going to bring the Archeops. It's like, yo, I can do this. And no, I cannot. Really bad play on my part. I completely forgot about Flash Cannon. But here I can bring him Donphan, who's like, yo, I'm bulky, I can take a special hit. So I'm going to do that for him. Yes, Donphan, point him through. I'm going to go for the Earthquake, knock out his Lucario. Not a threat. If it meant for the nasty part, oh my god, I would have been in trouble. But I had enough offensive pressure to the point where he couldn't do that. So that was really lucky. And here he brings in a Mamoswine. I'm like, what are you doing, son? He won't be able to kill me with an Ice Shard from the range of HP I'm pretty sure he won't. And I just go for my own Ice Shard and do nothing to that Skarmory. I don't understand that series of play. He could have just brung in Skarmory straight away. But here's going to go for the Brave Bird. It's kind of a futile attempt to kill me, even though it almost does. Whew! I suppose he could go for the Roost here, but here I'm actually going to pressure him into going for the defog, not wanting to lose his Mamoswine, even though it is burned and only has one turn left in it. So on the expected defog, I'm going to switch out into my Heatran. I hope can just finish off the game, as here's just going for the Brave Bird, not going to defog, so Mamoswine's basically dead, and Heatran can really just clean up here, because Skarmory is going to do much. I believe his only guys left are Skarmory and Mamoswine. I think all of his guys are dead apart from that, so it's actually a really close game. Like, I did pile a lot of pressure on him near the end of the game, which stopped him from working well. So that was lucky for me, and his Mamoswine dies from rocks. I mean, I think I still had my Archeops, my Hydreigon, my Slowbro, and my Raikou died, so I only had my Heatran and my Donphan left, but they were just enough to be good enough. But yeah, that's it, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe. Check out my opponent and definitely check out Mike. Like I said, their links will be in the description. I've been JohnOrigins, and I'm out, so peace.